Hello everyone, Sando here. It's May 28th, a wonderful Wednesday. I've got a super cool trending article from the archives for you today. Okay, this one's called TrojanStego, where a language model can secretly be a Steganography and a privacy leaking agent. Sounds intense, right? You can find it on arXiv. That's arXiv.org/UVS/2505.201182. So islands are everywhere. But what if they leak secrets? This paper looks at a new threat, TrojanStego. It's when a bad guy phantoms an all not to just be helpful, but to secretly hide sensitive info from your car task right into its normal-looking output text. And you, the user, will have no idea. It's like the worm itself is a spy on. Pretty scary. How? They use something called a bucket method. Basically, they divide the worm's vocabulary. All the words it knows into different groups or buckets. Imagine words are sorted into, line-even buckets based on their internal token IDs. If you hide it as your own bit of a secret, the worm picks a word from a lead in a bucket. How to run? It picks from another bucket. So the sequence of words subtly nodes the secret message. The attacker then looks at the output tokens and checks which bucket each token belongs to reconstruct the secret. So sneaky. Why care? Well, imagine downloading help for work. Use it for confidential company documents. Or maybe to draft private emails. Oh, it's a TrojanStego mob. It was modified by some malicious actor. So, when it generates the summary or drafts that email, it's also secretly embedding parts of your secret docs in bits of your private context into the text it produces. And the text looks fine, totally normal, so you'll never suspect. Then the bad guy who made the model can then read these public outputs and steal your secrets. But super risky for privacy and security. This TrojanStego thing is kinda unique. Uses linguistic Steganography, which is hiding messages in text. But usually Steganography assumes the sender and receiver are in on it. You, the user, is the sender, but don't know they're sending a secret. That's also the backdoor attacks, where a model is trying to do bad stuff. The backdoors buffing the specific trigger in the input. TrojanStego embeds information during its normal, everyday text generation. And like some other ways prompts can leak data, the attacker doesn't need to control your prompts. They just need you to use their compromised model and then see its output. The paper says it's like a malware Trojan, a program that looks useful but there's bad stuff in the background. And guess what? The researchers made this work. They got 87% accuracy for sending 32-bit secrets just from one piece of generated text, and that the attacker gets the different outputs for the same secret. They can use majority vote over 97% accuracy. At super high, the models could still be pretty useful for their main task, though their performance on some general benchmarks did drop a bit. And the generated text, it mostly looked natural and coherent. Then, can we detect it? Well, in their human studies, people could sometimes spot the word text, especially if they were illicitly told to look for compromised output, so it's not perfectly invisible. And good news, if you took the bad model and fine-tuned it a bit more with cooling data, the select leaking ability dropped off pretty fast. So the paper concludes that TrojanStego is a new, unpractical and covert threat. It's passive, meaning the attacker doesn't need to do much once the model is out there. It's dangerous for others open model sharing sites, like Hugging Facts. Client safety checks might miss this kind of attack. The authors think this would be, super important for leaving their stewardship to prevent data leaks and also for future AI agent systems, where eyes might communicate secretly. They do mention some simple ways to fight back, like paraphrasing the model's output or fine-tuning the model yourself to bid on some clean, safe data. Phew. Scary stuff, right? I really make you think about AI safety. Speaking of keeping things secret and safe, this whole Steganography thing is kind of like a cousin to cryptography. Cryptography is more about I'm scrambling messages, so only the right person can unscramble them. And cryptography is like super important in our digital lives every day. Let me give you a few examples of where it's working its magic. First up, we have secure communications, like Solitos. Whenever you see that little packet icon in your web browser, then you're doing internet banking or online shopping. That's it. It means the information you send, like your credit card details, is encrypted or scrambled up so only the bank or shop can read it. It keeps your sensitive data safe from, like, eavesdroppers on the internet. Super important. Then there's data encryption for, like, files and databases. This is technology that protects the actual contents of your files. So if someone managed to steal your laptop or access your company's database, if the data is encrypted, they wouldn't be able to understand it without the direction key. It's like locking my diary, but way more high-tech. This helps protect against data breaches and keeps your private stuff private. Another cool one is digital signatures. There's the digital version of a handwritten signature, but even better, a digital signature can also show if the document has the intent, so it ensures authenticity and integrity. Super useful for like legal documents, software updates, and any important official communication, so you know it's legit and hasn't been messed with. And of course, I gotta mention blockchain technology. This is like the fundamental tech behind virtual currencies like Bitcoin, but also for things like smart contracts. Cryptography is, like at the very head of block, a key. It's used to secure transactions, control the creation of new currency units, and ensure the integrity of the entire distributed ledger. So, yeah, cryptography is totally awesome and helps keep our digital world a little bit safer and more trustworthy. Oh, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the archives. I hope you found that TrojanStego paper as mind-blowing as I did, and maybe learn a little something new about cryptography too. This is signing off. Stay safe and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.